you want to manifest a specific kind of person, if you want to manifest a specific person, if you want to manifest your partner to change and be more loving or have a certain kind of relationship, whatever this is, this tool works. And this is really powerful. So you want to start taking notes now. In this session, I want to share with you the most groundbreaking tool, which I have been using and I've helped a lot of my clients use to manifest your dream partner within 24 hours. And when I say within 24 hours, there are so many examples, so many stories, so many data now we have to prove that it really works really, really, really fast. So what happens is that when you are manifesting your dream partner, you're coming from the place of, I don't have a dream partner, or I don't have this, or I don't have that kind of love. And that frequency is lack. And on that frequency, you cannot attract that person because it's not on that frequency. You have to get on a higher frequency. But specifically when it comes to relationship and also even money, when you don't have something, then it's really hard to stay on the frequency of having that thing and feeling loved and feeling whole and all of that. And sometimes what happens is when we are too nervous whether it's going to work or not, our human intervenes and we try to force the situation. We try to sometimes force things which can actually turn off the other person, which might make us sound more desperate or more needy, right? Which is the complete opposite to what we desire here. So there is a really powerful tool where you can stay on that frequency all the time. And you can even extend this tool to money. So what we want to understand is that you are a source, God, whatever you want to call it, right? Energy, having a human experience. And there is no separation between you and the source. It's one. Now, when you understand that, what happens is that you start to realize that I have got all the frequencies that I want within me, because all these frequencies and feelings are already there where I am, and I'm not separate from them. So I can tune into that frequency. I can bring that frequency in and I can manifest that. But the problem is, how do I feel loved when I don't have my partner? How do I feel loved when I'm still longing for that person to show some response? And here the magic comes. What you start to do is you are starting to now see that there is a part of you who already has that frequency of love, and you access that part of you almost like God or source within you, and you start loving yourself that way. So it's like you are now loving yourself the way you want that person to love yourself. So you're saying, I'm taking this frequency on, I'm borrowing. It's like there's a whole treasure house of frequencies, and I'm taking this frequency and I'm marinating it all over me. So how would I love for that person to treat me? How would I love? What kind of experiences would I love? What would I like that person to say to me, to tell me how they feel about me? How would I like that person to value me, right? You start to do that with yourself. So there is a part of you, which is the higher part of you, which is like your spiritual side, which now is taking on the frequency of that person and who is now treating you like that. So you just plug into that frequency, you borrowed that frequency, and you started taking it on and using that frequency to activate the same feeling. And when you do that, you know that it may not just come from who you are. Like, it may not feel like it's you. It may feel like there is somebody else there, but it doesn't matter. As long as you feel those feelings of being loved, being whole, really taking care of you, really loving you, really experiencing the way you want to experience that person to experience you. So I wanted to share with you some of the things that I did. What I really wanted was, I wanted my partner to experience me like a body of art, like she's an art. Everything about her, even the the bad things and the good things, her human emotions, her messy side, her good side, her all of that is an art. Like, when you see that abstract painting and that has got like color all over, and it doesn't have a sequence, it doesn't have a structure, but it feels so beautiful, it feels like a masterpiece. So I wanted my partner to feel like I am a masterpiece, even with all my imperfections and all my humanness. And I started to say those things to myself. I started to feel myself like that. I started to say to myself that I am an art, and I love that about me. And I even love the fact the things I used to criticize about me, I used to now take it as a perfect imperfection. So this is like, if you see an abstract painting, or if you see some really deep piece of art, you may not understand why the things are a certain way. You may not understand why the colors are like that, or why there is a big mark there, or why there's a big sign of pain there, but you just appreciate the art because that's what it is. Like, that's the masterpiece. It's perfectly imperfect. So I started to do that with myself, and I actively almost created a part within me who was doing that to me all the time. And within 24 hours, I saw a shift in my partner's attitude towards me. And believe it or not, he started saying the same things, like exact same things. So whatever I said to myself, he started saying the same things to me, and I was blown away. Like, how does that even work? And which actually proves the fact that whatever you experience in the outside, what other people tell you, what the way people treat you, is literally a reflection of how you treat yourself. And whatever you desire in your physical experience right now, you have got that godlike, that source-like part within you who have got that frequency. Like, you have got access to that. There is no separation between you and the source. So you can go within and find that frequency, right? Find any frequency, even when it comes to money, and you start to activate that by treating yourself, by feeling that, by consciously getting that part to communicate with you that way. So if you want to do that for money, the way it would work is that you would start to realize that there is a part of you who has got the most abundant version of you available, like most abundant frequency within you, and you then start to activate that part who is rich, who has got a lot of money. When they're walking around, they have got lots of money and a loaded bank account, and when they swipe money to pay for something, they don't even think about it. Like, they think it's always there. Like, I just pay for it. Whatever I need, I get. Whenever, however, wherever, how much, it doesn't matter. And you start to really tap into those things. But you can, if somebody just asks you that just feel the feeling, the problem is the current identity and the current human experience and human awareness that you have right now may not be able to fully tune into that feeling, may be able to do it for 5-10 minutes or 20 minutes, but then you come back in your human experience. But the key here, the trick here, is that you go within and realize that you have got access to all those frequencies, and then you almost bring that part of you who you feed and who you erect and who you resurrect in Neville Goddard's terms. And then that part of you now starts to spread that frequency and marinate your whole human with that frequency. So it is coming from within you, but it not may necessarily coming from the same identity of human that you are. So it could be that when you want to experience certain things with your partner, there is a part of you saying it. It may not even feel like it's you who is saying it, but something within you is saying it. Or if you want to even take it, if you believe in God or source, or if you believe in something, anything higher than you, whatever that is, energy, science, Mother Nature, then that thing is saying it to you. So it's actually you and a version of you and your identity, and there is no separation from within the source and you, but you are using that as a symbol that I'm being told that this is who I am. So then you don't anymore have to prove it to yourself. You don't have to make it happen. You don't have to force it, because the moment you start to tell this you're human, now what your human is trying to do is, it doesn't have that identity, but it's trying to force those things happen. It's trying to wrestle control. It's trying to get too attached to that. But the thing that you want is not on that frequency anyway. So no matter how hard it works and feels burned down and constantly look at like ways to manifest it, it's not going to work. It's not there. right? So you want to go within and rise. And this is the phenomena we call rise in consciousness. But you don't have to rise in consciousness with your current identity. You can go within and tap into higher awareness and higher frequencies within you. And that's how you use them to rise your human. You use them to rise your current awareness. And you can use that for anything. You have got access to all the frequencies available to you at all times. So you can use that for anything you want. And this works literally within 24 hours because it's so powerful.